So I'm out bow hunting here. It's opening weekend, and one of the things about where I bow hunt is it's so open and clear that you basically sit and wait to watch where deer or elk come through. You watch them feed and then bed down, and when they bed down you try to stalk them, go downwind and sneak up on them. So a big part of that hunting is waiting, and I decided on this trip to do something that I'm sure the Native Americans did all the time, which was get on a high spot, keep looking for wild game to shoot, and while you're passing the time, flint napping. I brought some basic flint napping tools, some antlers and a piece of leather, but I didn't really bring any obsidian to flint nap, and I came across an old garbage dump pile that had all kinds of glass in it, mostly from the 50s and 60s. Got old Pepsi bottles and just broken green glass. And so I am gonna sit here while I'm hunting and see what kind of arrowheads I can make out of this old garbage glass. Here's an old Pepsi bottle I'm gonna try to flint nap. It's got a broken top on it, and what I like about these is they got a nice thick base, so there's a lot of glass there to work with, and the bottoms are not too curved. A lot of the bottles nowadays are really curved, and it's hard to make a good point when the glass is so curved and thin on the bottom. Here's an old broken bottle, probably a soda bottle or something. Also got some old bottom of a Purex bottle, so kind of a cool little brown color. We'll see what I can make out of the Purex bottle. It was already broken, just laying there in the trash dump. This piece of glass is really beautiful blue color, light blue. So we'll see if we can't make a tiny little point out of there. It's going to be a challenge because it's got a big curve to it. So there might be a flat spot in there that you can work into a point. This came off of one of those old insulator power line glass insulators. It screws on there. This one has a date of 1942. So we'll see. I won't probably break this one up because I think these are worth a little bit of money as is, but the broken one, let's see what we can make out of that. So here's the pile of broken and chipped glass that I made my arrowheads out of. I was able to flint nap for several hours waiting for game, and here's what I made. So here's the arrowhead point I made out of the old Pepsi bottom. It had a nice thick flat bottom, so it's probably the easiest glass to work out of the whole group. And it makes a nice clear arrowhead. Here's the green glass arrowhead I made of that old green bottle. It's a cool color. I really like this one. This one had more of a curved bottom, and it's hard to get that curve out. It's got a little bit of curve there, but it works well, and it's a good substitute if you don't have obsidian with you. Here's this brown glass arrowhead I made out of an old Purex bottle. Cool color, similar to a lot of old beer bottles, and it works really nice too, so it makes a good arrowhead. By far the most difficult was making a point out of this blue insulator. It's got a lot of high spots and it's just curved the whole way around, so finding a flat spot to make a point out was difficult. I was able to knock some flat points off and able to make one small hunting point. It's got a cool blue frosty color to it. It's not big, but it was a fun challenge to work it. So once again, here's all my arrowheads I made out of junkyard glass of different colors. Pretty fun to try flint napping bottle bottoms. They're a different challenge.